Imagine a world where robots can think, learn, and interact with their environment in a seamless and intelligent way. This is the vision of Wang Xingxing, the founder of Unitree Technology, who is revolutionizing the field of robotics with his innovative approaches to models, algorithms, and data. But here's where it gets interesting. Despite the industry's focus on robot hardware, Wang Xingxing is breaking the mold with his emphasis on the importance of models and data in creating truly intelligent robots. At the World Robot Conference, Wang Xingxing delivered a keynote speech that sparked extensive discussions in the industry, and we're about to dive into the most thought-provoking points he made. One of the most striking aspects of Wang Xingxing's speech was his skepticism about the currently popular VLA, Vision, Language, Action, approach in the robotics field. He bluntly stated that this architecture is relatively simplistic and that the existing data volume in the embodied field is insufficient. This is a bold statement, especially considering that many companies are frantically trying to accumulate real-world data, simulation data, and even building data collection factories to make up for this limitation. But Wang Xingxing's point is that the focus should be on the model architecture of embodied robots. Rather than just accumulating more data, he believes that the current models are not good enough and not unified enough, and that's where the real challenge lies. So, what's the solution? Wang Xingxing thinks that the key is to develop more advanced model architectures that can effectively interact with the real world. And this is where Unitree's model team comes in. Despite the company's cautious approach to investing in models, Wang Xingxing revealed that the number of people in the model team is quite large, although small compared to large AI companies. But here's the thing. Wang Xingxing doesn't believe that having more resources, money, or people guarantees the development of the world's best and earliest technologies. In fact, he thinks that a small to medium-sized team can develop better models, but the pressure will also be great. This is a controversial point and one that sparks an important question. What's the optimal approach to developing intelligent robots? Should we be focusing on accumulating more data or developing more advanced model architectures? And what role do small to medium-sized teams play in driving innovation in this field? Wang Xingxing also shared his thoughts on the brain approach selection and how Unitree is hedging its bets. He doesn't agree with the industry's practice of frantically accumulating a large amount of data for training when the VLA model is not good enough. Instead, he thinks that perhaps only a small amount of data is needed to achieve a higher success rate in training. This is a fascinating perspective, and one that challenges the conventional wisdom in the field. Unitree is also exploring alternative approaches, such as the video-based approach, which Wang Xingxing believes may develop faster and have a higher probability of convergence than the VLA approach in the future. However, this approach is not without its challenges, and Wang Xingxing— Another common misconception about Unitree is that their robots only perform and don't do practical work. But Wang Xingxing sets the record straight. While it's true that Unitree's robots have been showcased in performances like dancing yange and playing games, the company is actually working on developing robots that can do real work. However, Wang Xingxing believes that at this stage, it's not very realistic to let robots enter factories and households to do work, and that performance is a relatively easy-to-implement direction for robots. Instead, Unitree is focusing on developing general-purpose and multifunctional robots that can serve a variety of purposes, such as serving tea and water in a factory, and also performing shows. This is a vision of a future where robots are not just limited to single-function tasks, but can interact with their environment in a more human-like way. Finally, Wang Xingxing made a prediction about the milestone moment of robots. The ChatGPT moment for robots may be achieved in 2 to 3 years at the earliest, and 3 to 5 years at the latest. He envisions a scene where humanoid robots are walking around freely and can help humans complete tasks on demand. This is a tantalizing prospect, and one that raises important questions about the future of robotics and artificial intelligence. What do you think? Will we see a ChatGPT moment for robots in the near future? And what implications will this have for our daily lives and the way we interact with technology? Share your thoughts in the comments below.